Happy Friday, y'all. We did it. It's Friday. It is the end of week 9, I think, of our working from home social distancing period. Today, you might see some familiar spots around here. Today, I'm at Good People Brewing, which is down here in downtown Birmingham, across the street from Regent's Field. If you're familiar with the downtown Birmingham area or with the breweries in town, that's where I am. So I wanted to come out here today on Friday to close out this week of the first week that restaurants could open for dine-in. Same thing with breweries here. So I thought it'd be interesting to come here at the end of the week, see what Good People has done this week business-wise, and also what they've done social distancing-wise. We are in the city of Birmingham. I do have my mask on. So I'm going to flip you around and show you what their patio looks like right now. If you're familiar with Good People, you know that they have a lot of outdoor seating, which one of the owners, Jason, told me is a blessing for them. So I'm going to flip you, and you can see here, and again, right outside of Regent's Field, if you're familiar, they have a huge outdoor area here, and they have signs kind of everywhere that say, please keep parties to 8 people or less. A lot of them are down here on this side, so you can't see them, but I promise they're everywhere. We have some up here as well. Limit 8 guests per table, and you can see they've got these big picnic tables that are pretty spaced out, both on the turf down there and on the patio up here. Now, Good People is also asking, again, they are in the city limits of Birmingham. They're asking everybody who comes inside to get their beer to keep a face covering on at all times. Now, there are some gray area. There's some part in the restriction here from that ordinance that you can keep your mask off while you're eating or drinking, which makes sense. Not sure any of us could eat or drink with it on. So when people are out here drinking their beer, they are allowed to take off their masks, but if you go inside to get a beer, they are asking that you keep your mask on. So I'm going to go talk to Jason. He's one of the owners here, and Kyle, who is the taproom manager, and they're inside here. I'm going to take you in. Quick note, if you're coming to Good People, they are only allowing outdoor seating. They're not allowing indoor seating. So, make sure it's getting hot out here. Wear a tank top, bring a hat. You do have to sit outside. Camera's getting a little foggy because it is super humid out here. But let's go inside, talk to Jason and Kyle, and I'll show you what they're doing in there. So if you are planning to get out for a Friday or Saturday night, Good People is open, got all their beer. So you are welcome to come sit outside as long as you follow these rules. So we will come in here. You can also see behind me, let me flip it around. They've got this sign that says nobody with a fever or any symptoms of COVID-19 is permitted in Good People Brewing Company. So they do have that sign on the door along with another explainer sheet on that outside. You can see the backs of them here. So they got a lot of signage going on here in Good People. And as I said, we're going to talk to one of the owners. His name is Jason. You can see, before I make my way there, some of their signs in here to kind of crowd control people, make sure people do not cross paths when they come in or out to get their beer. And again, a reminder to wear your face covering while you are inside. Again, you've got to wear those face coverings inside. When you're drinking your beer, obviously, you can take it off. So here is Jason. He is one of our owners. Am I interrupting you? No. So y'all know I got my long pole here, so we don't have to get too close. But Jason, thank you for taking some of your time today.
Yeah,
I know you're a really busy man. This is your first week.
It is, yeah.
Your first week for sitting in customers?
Correct. We've been doing to-go sales this whole time, but
right.
Yeah, customers coming here and being able to, drink their beer on premise, yeah, that's new.
What's this week been like?
It's been a little atypical, We didn't really know what to expect on Monday for the reopen. We were a little surprised at the relaxation of the rules and regs this past Friday by the governor. So we took a better part of the weekend to come up with enhanced procedures and to really figure out what we were comfortable doing.
Right.
There's a difference in what you can do and what you should do. So we decided what we thought we could pull off well. So we're really blessed and fortunate to have a ton of outdoor seating here. So we pivoted our model, and we are outdoor seating only. So people come in to get their beer, and then they exit one of the doors, and they're only allowed to sit out at one of our 6-foot distance tables. And like I said, we're really fortunate to have that option because I'm not sure if we would have opened up if we only had to be contained to inside seating. But it's been good, you know. People have respected the rules and regs. They've been good about wearing their mask inside as we ask. They've been good about keeping their distance outside. And, you know, that's something we expected. We've been doing this now for 12 years or so, so we have a pretty good idea about who comes in here, how they behave, what our scene's like, and sort of what the ethos is around here. So we anticipated to have people that complied with the new norm, if you will, and they have. So it's been good.
Have you had any issues with people trying to get more than 8 people at a table?
No, we haven't. We really haven't thus far. You know, hopefully part of that's because of the way we have the seating set up and the signs. We'd like to think that. But, you know, I think also people have just modified their behavior. So we have not had that problem thus far. And we hope that we don't.
Right. Now, something I think all of us are upset about here in Birmingham, the Barons are not playing right now.
Correct.
We don't have baseball.
Yeah.
How has that impacted your business? I know y'all do a lot of Thirsty Thursdays and a lot of weekend business around those games.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly impacted it, right? Like, anytime you take away those really large volume nights, it's going to impact your revenues. But, you know, that's just the way of life right now, so it's fine. There's no pity party here. We're going to do what we can and what we should do. So, yeah, it's been big, but we're hopeful that it will return at some point in the future. Perhaps not this year, but some point in the future, and we welcome that.
What about are you still doing curbside sales? Are you still doing takeout?
We're still doing takeout, yeah, that never went away. We were doing that before the crisis. We did it during and we'll do it after. So people can still come in here and buy 288 ounces of beer in different packages for to-go.
Right. Is that business still going well, or do you feel like more people are coming to sit in and drink?
You know, it's funny. It really spiked after the crisis up until Monday. And now that people can kind of get back to some semblance of normal, it's decreased, which is fine, right? Like, it's heading the right direction. So
yeah.
It took off for a minute, and then people changed their habits, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you mind showing me what you were talking about? I know this is your first Friday and Saturday night that you're going to be open.
Yeah.
And you made a comment about how you're trying to get people to kind of walk in one way, walk out one way, follow those lines. Do you mind showing us that?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Kyle might go over this part with you.
Yeah, I'll let this Kyle, our taproom manager. You can see some of the arrows on the ground
here. He's our taproom
here.
manager, so he's been doing this a long time, pre-crisis, during crisis, and now post-crisis. Well, I shouldn't say post-crisis. We're not on the woods yet.
Right. Yeah. Kyle, tell me, what are you doing about crowd control, getting people to come in and out the right way, things like that?
Yeah, so crowd control, we're trying to get people to come in, say with one line right now. We've got the front door here, they'll come in, we've got some arrows on the ground, sign that says enter here, exit here, in hopes that people will do the same line, right, and go on the same route. And when we just have one line going, they can exit that way, they can exit to the outside over there. And basically, we'll have them, you know, we're trying to have everybody 6 feet apart, right? So if they're in the line here, we'll have somebody come here, then we can have somebody come here and help a couple people, and everybody's just waiting till the next person's done before any movement's made.
Right.
So,
do you feel like people have kind of followed that traffic control pretty well?
I think they have. And again, like anything else, it takes getting used to. So we're asking people, hey, do you mind come back in the line, you know, and just re-enter that way? Because you'll have some people just come, oh, I forgot something, or ask a question, and that's fine. But we're trying to get them, if they're ordering a beer, to come back through the line the same way.
It's also different than normal times because we really don't have big queues, you know, like our number of guests are lower and their expectations of service rates are lower too. So since you have fewer people inside, you can kind of communicate with them a lot better. So like you were saying earlier, it's easy to forget, right? So since you do have that line of communication, we can remind people if they forget to put their mask on, if they're standing too close. That line of communication is really open. Another thing we've done is we invested some money and some technology to develop an app. So people can open a tab with their app, which is on Arrived, ARRYVED. They can download that app. They can start a tab when they get here, right? So there's no interaction as far as having to hand a credit card to get swiped or anything like that. The credit card info is already within the configuration of the app. They can start their tab, they can order their beers, and when they leave, they can close their tab out without having to come up to the bar and interact with the bartender again.
That is so cool. So basically, they do everything from the app.
Yep,
Yeah,
except for obviously there's no self-service of beer, but
right. They just tell us what they want, we fill it up, we add it to the tab, and then a lot of them try to come up and close. Like, man, you can do that, or you can just close it from the app.
So so if I order a beer on the app, I just come in here and you have it sitting on a certain place, or how does that work?
No, actually, you just start a tab on the app.
Okay.
And then when you come in and say, hey, I want to get a Good People Pale Ale, we pour it up, we add it, hand it off to you. You don't have to touch anything but that glass, and you're the only one touching that because we're not reusing glasses right now. Everything's getting washed after a use. So, yeah, zero contact really, except for the beer that you came for.
That's very cool. Now, that app is called Arrive. Here's all the information. I will give y'all, I'll screenshot this and put it in the comments so y'all can see it later. Do you imagine this is going to be super helpful this weekend with your first weekend?
I do. So just Monday using it. I was by myself for a little while working, and just the amount of time I saved not having to have someone swipe their card. Because right now we're not even swiping cards. You can see we've got the readers out here.
Okay.
We're letting customers swipe them themselves. But if they didn't have to do that, and all they had to do is walk up and tell me what they want, I'm in and out, on to the next person. It's very quick, very efficient.
Right. Now, some people, I think, tuned in late. We are at Good People Brewing Company down in downtown Birmingham. Kyle was just telling me that customers can swipe their own cards. Nobody has to touch your card.
Right.
Are you taking cash right now?
We are taking cash, but we're taking precautions. So for our staff, we just ask they wash their hands before, handle the cash, wash their hands after.
Got it.
So.
Do you, did most of your staff come back after pandemic-wise? Are you running low on staff, or how's that been working?
No, everybody's been able to come back. Obviously we're bringing people back as it gets busier. We've had some folks that have been here working the whole time that needed the work. We have a lot of folks, this is their part-time job, right? So they have a full-time job during the day, and a lot of them have been very gracious in saying, hey, I know you need people, but let the other folks that don't have another income. And so we went to those people first, and they've been great, and so all of them are back, and we're starting to bring a few more people back as well. So yeah, definitely not our full staff, but we've got a good bit of staff back, enough to get us through. So and again, after this week, who knows what it's going to be like? It might get even busier. So we'll just have to kind of go day by day and plan on staff and whatnot from there.
Right. Now, I got some people, again, joining in late. Now, you say your tables are 6 feet apart, correct, Jason?
Yes.
Okay, now, and again, you can only sit outside.
Correct. No indoor seating, outdoor seating only, 8 guests per table, and we please ask that people don't move the tables because they were strategically placed to try to keep traffic limited, one-way traffic if possible, and 6 feet apart.
Do you anticipate if you get full outside, do you have like an occupancy limit for the patio or anything?
We are establishing that today with some procedures for the weekend on how we're going to deal with if it gets too crowded.
Okay.
That would not allow us to comply with the regs that we've put on ourselves, quite frankly. We think we could hold more people here than we're comfortable doing, and we don't want to get to that place. So, yeah, we're going to be monitoring that over the weekend. So we could have a limit where it's maybe a one in, one out type policy. Yeah.
One out, one out.
Yeah.
Because they're only outside. So,
Right.
Am I forgetting anything important, y'all?
I don't think so. We encourage people to get the app. It's a really, really good way of handling the transactions. If you're going to do a to-go order, you had mentioned having the order here ready for them. They can take care of everything on a to-go order.
Yeah.
So they bring up the app, they fill the cart with the products they want. When they get here, it's ready. They can pay, and out they go.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll take a picture of this paper that has all that information for you. I'll put it in the comments so you have it, and that might make your life a little bit easier to come to Good People. Do you know if this app, does it have any other local businesses on it? Or?
Yeah, I think some of the other breweries use it too.
Yeah, I believe District, Trim Tab, a few others.
Cool.
I mean, we've had people come in asking me, hey, can I take a look at your POS system? Because they're interested in it, how easy it is.
Right.
And we've learned a lot through this time because even when things go back to normal, whenever that may be, we'll continue to use this. You can order beer ahead, you can start a tab ahead. Think about a Thirsty Thursday night when you come in and you see that line of people, like, I don't want to go up there just to close my tab. Now you can close it from the app. So
very, very cool. Yeah. Again, I'll get y'all that information in here. And I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for everything, and for everybody that's watching here. Oh, my boss put the link to that app in the comments, so y'all can download it here. Again, I'll put the information there. But thank y'all so much for watching. Good People's open Friday and Saturday. Y'all come out and have a beer, stay distance, and we'll see y'all on Monday. Thank you.